Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Great, thank you. Okay, my name is Anna Zinola, and I am the director of Istituto Marangoni. You guys, you know Marangoni, as we call here in Italy? Here, not here, in Italy. Yes, you know, great. It's a school of fashion and design, and we opened in Riyadh a few months ago. And now here I am, not to present Marangoni, but to talk about luxury. So this is our topic. And I would like to engage you. So I will have some questions. There is not right or wrong answer, just your opinion. We will analyze together what is luxury today. Okay, this is me. We can skip it. This is about me. I told you. Okay, let's start with a question. In your opinion, what is luxury? I think that there are some girls with a microphone around. If someone can share with us what is luxury for you? Don't be shy. Timeless. Right? I got it? Timeless. First, then what else? Yes. Fabric. Great. Exclusivity. On the first row we have exclusivity, timeless, fabric. Art. Storytelling. You study, guys. Experience. Yes. I didn't heard. Customization. Yes. Character. Experience. I didn't heard. Exclusive. We need a microphone. Okay. Well, you told a lot of words. Thank you. And here I prepare some of them. Luxury is high-quality product. You agree? Yes, great. Is high-status perception. You agree? You can say no, eh? Is a great in-store experience? Is premium price? No. Luxury is expensive? Not all the time. Is a prestigious image? Yes and no. Okay, we have different opinion. Great. Is handmade product? Yes. Is craftsmanship? Is made to measure? Yes or no? Is bespoke? Is customized product? Do you see that we have different levels, no? Could be customized product, made to measure, bespoke. Or we can have the 3T of luxury. Is time? No? For a lot of people, luxury is time. Oh, today I just chill is a luxury. Is trust and true as a relation with the brand. I trust in that brand. So what is luxury today? We can say that this is luxury. What do you think? It is or not? No. Why? Overexposed. This is luxury? No. Why? I didn't heard. Déjà vu. It was. It used to be, probably. This is luxury? Yes, no, maybe. This is luxury? Yes or no? Then we will see what it means. This is luxury? Of course. Someone said, of course. This is luxury? This is Max Mara coat, no? The classic coat. This is luxury or not? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is luxury? No, yes, okay. You see that we don't have the same idea of luxury. Well, I will try to show you a model of luxury. We can imagine luxury as a pyramid, and in this pyramid, we have a different level. We have the supreme luxury, we have the lifestyle luxury, we have accessible luxury, and we have masstige. Probably you know all of these words, but I will explain one by one. What means supreme luxury? It means something very unique, handmade, made to measure, tailor-made. It means high-quality material, and it means excellent service. If you go to the tailor, it's not matter if it is famous or not, and it does something just for you, and it takes time. Well, this is luxury, right? It could be a famous brand or not. It doesn't matter. I show you some example. No? There is the waiting list. You know, in Milano, I used to teach Istituto Marangoni Milano. A student of mine went to Hermes and said, I want a Birkin. And they said, nice to know. Because you can't get immediately a Birkin. It's about time, it's about production, it's about image. It's not just, I have the money, I can buy it. Luxury is something more. The same for Brunello Cucinelli, that is an Italian brand that probably you know. It's about the storytelling as well of Brunello Cucinelli. Or the same for some watches. This is supreme luxury, just for a few people. Then we have a lifestyle luxury. What it means, a lifestyle luxury? It means that we have a product that is not handmade, that is made in big quantity, but that show an image, an idea of exclusivity, manual expertise, heritage. So what we buy is a good product with a good quality, but with a very strong image. What we buy, basically, is a lifestyle. I show you some example. It's not La Boubou, the example is Miu Miu, of course. What we buy with Miu Miu, this product is not handmade, but is a good product. And what we buy is that word. That is basically the word of Miuccia Prada, that is the founder and the designer of Miu Miu. Or we can buy some pieces of Burberry. Or we can buy, what is the name? No? Everyone knows what we buy here is an idea, a word, a concept, but they are not handmade. Anyway, they are a very good product. Then we have the accessible luxury. What it means, accessible luxury? That we have big quantity, that we have a price that is entry level and is accessible. And the style, the design, the communication, the vibe is luxury, but the product is not. You can see the second point that I wrote often in licensing. You probably guys know what is licensing, no? It's an agreement between two companies. One produce and the other one put the brand. When you buy a fragrance of Armani, let's say, it's not Armani that produced that, but it's L'Oreal. Because there is an agreement, and it's a huge business. The same for glasses. Probably you have heard about Luxottica. Luxottica is an Italian company founded by Leonardo Del Vecchio, and he made glasses and sunglasses for a huge list of brands. And this is exactly accessible luxury. I give you some example. The fragrance of Dior. Oh, well, I would like to buy a haute couture of Dior, but I can't afford. I would like to buy some bag of Dior, but I should save my money for 1 year. Anyway, I can buy the fragrance, no? I buy a piece of the dream. How many people can buy haute couture? A few. How many people can buy the fragrance? Almost everyone. So big quantity. This market is very, very important for fashion. Or glasses and sunglasses. The example of Luxottica, they did it before. Or all the cosmetics. I mentioned L'Oreal. Well, L'Oreal has an agreement with Armani, and they have an agreement with Prada as well. No? So they have agreement with a lot of different brands. That is perfect, is legal, but just to say that is a big business. At the end, we have masstige. Masstige is a mix between mass market and prestige. So here we have products that are mass market in terms of production, price, and distribution, but they have a touch of luxury. I show you some example. H&M each year make a collaboration with a big brand. This was with Balmain. Basically, what you buy is H&M. No? So the price is H&M, the distribution is H&M, the quality is H&M, but the design, the image, the style is the one of Balmain or the other brand that they do every year. Other example, did you know this? Is the pasta of Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana make pasta, they make panettone, this is a cake that we eat in Italy at Christmas. They make a lot of food with their logo. Why? Because Dolce & Gabbana is related to Italian tradition, and when we talk about Italy, we talk about fashion, food, and furniture. No? So they do food. This is luxury, is pasta. But it's the pasta of Dolce & Gabbana. Other example, Evian. Evian is a French brand of water. Every year they do a special edition in collaboration with a brand. They did with Paul Smith, they did with Coperni. I don't remember how much it cost the bottle. I think something like 15 euros. I don't know how it is in your local currency. You should do that. But anyway, what you buy basically is the idea, and then you keep the bottle. So, Supreme Lifestyle Accessible Masstige. Let's play. I show you the image and you tell me, okay? What is that? Supreme Lifestyle Accessible or Masstige? Supreme. Everyone agree? What is that? They did it, huh? It's not artificial intelligence. They did it and they sold it. Just to say. What is that? Accessible. I can't buy the bag, but anyway, I buy the charm. What is that? Lifestyle. Okay, perfect. What is that? Pasta, yes. It's the restaurant of Bulgari. In the pyramid, what is that? Masstige. No, I can't afford that big, but anyway, I have the experience. You remember that this morning a lot of talk was about experience. How important is the experience? This is the reason why in a lot of stores nowadays you have the bar, the cafeteria, the bookstore, everything is related to the experience. Well, what is that, in your opinion? It's more lifestyle, no? What you buy is this idea of the brand, good quality, is not really accessible to everyone. You should be a bit into the fashion to understand. Well, what is that? Supreme. It could be the tailor-made of Zegna or the tailor-made of your tailor, but is anyway supreme luxury. Is something for you, and probably is something timeless. That was the first word that you mentioned before. I show you the business model of some brand. So a couple of examples. I don't want to bother you, but just to see how it works. In your opinion, Giorgio Armani has supreme luxury? Yes. It does lifestyle luxury. It does accessible luxury. It does masstige. Perfect. I show you the example. Supreme Luxury, he has this collection of haute couture called Privé, no? And is not for everyone. Then there is Armani Collezioni. Then there is Armani Exchange or Emporio. And then you can have the cake, the chocolate, the Nutella, the chocolate cream of Armani. If you go in Milano, there is this huge area of Armani, and you can find everything. So it's from the hotel to the haute couture to the Armani Dolci. Why it works? Because they are able to keep a different level of client. What is the risk? Is what we call brand stretching. If you stretch too much the brand, it's hard to balance, no? How I can be luxury if I sell something that costs 10 euros? You should be very able to balance the element. Other example, Hermès. In your opinion, Hermès have supreme luxury? Of course. They do lifestyle? They have accessible luxury? Yes. And they have masstige? Yes, the same. Supreme, we mentioned. Lifestyle, I can buy the pret-à-porter. Accessible luxury, they launch the line of makeup. And masstige, if you go in a few stores, you can have like the coffee, a piece of cake. This happened to me. I was in Paris. I went in the store of Hermès, not the one nearby, the one in the, I don't know how to say, Quartiere Latino. I don't have the word in English. Anyway, on the Rive Gauche, let's say, is an amazing store. I enjoy. I will buy everything. And at the end of the day, I got a coffee. So I was exactly the customer that go, experience the store, enjoy, but I was a masstige client. So not all the brand, they have all the level. You guys, you know Jacquemus, right? Okay, Jacquemus doesn't have the supreme luxury. It's more on the middle of the market. Or if you know Victor and Rolf, you know Victor and Rolf? Victor and Rolf make supreme luxury because they do haute couture, and then they do the more like accessible luxury because they do the fragrance. So it doesn't mean that you should be in all the segment, but if you are, you should be able to manage this segment. Do you have a question? Something that pop up in your mind, some example? I think that we have the microphone, right? Or you don't agree, you think, no, this is not right. Yes, either. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Ciao.
Hi.
Hey.
First of all, thank you for the talk. It was really amazing and interesting.
Great.
I have a question. So in the past, fashion design and everything used to be more authentic. A lot of the things are made in Italy, made in France, made in here and there. But nowadays, we find out, like with more scandals and stuff, we heard that
That's true.
a lot of the fashion is made in China, for example.
Or in Bangladesh.
Yeah. So how do they maintain the supreme level, as you said, when a lot of the brand, like they're made there? So how do you balance these two?
Okay. It is a tricky question. First of all, I don't think that made in Asia is bad, no? Because there are different levels. For example, in India, they are amazing with embroidery, no? So the embroidery made in India could be very good. And then, even in made in Italy, it could be not so high sometimes, no? It depends who does that. What is important, in my opinion, is that the brand is reliable and is transparent. So don't lie about. So you can do, for example, in India or in China, but explain why. What is the reason why? Even in Turkey, they do amazing thing. No? But what is important is that the brand is able to explain the reason why of the supply chain. The scandal is when the brand is not consistent or when they lie. So this is what I think about. Because, for example, in Italy, we had a lot of scandal recently, but even about Made in Italy. Because they was not respectful of the right of the worker, but it was made in Italy. So, what it means? But it's true that the production now is a big problem, and the supply chain tend to be longer. I don't know if I was able to reply to your question.
You were, but the other interesting question I have is that if the products are actually made in Eastern Asia, for example, what about the materials? Are they from there as well?
It's depending. Sometimes the material are from Italy, but the production is there, and then some other part are back in Italy. No, it could be that the material are from Italy, but they produce over there. That's really can change.
So will the brands lose their supremacy?
You know what is the real problem? That, as Mr. Shaloub said before, the price increased a lot, but the quality of the product, I want to be transparent, sometimes decrease, sometimes was the same. This is the real problem. No? It's not only about the material.
Yeah, honestly, it decreased a lot. Like, for example, one of my favorite brands is Chanel, and I've seen how Chanel drastically, like, they just decreased over time. Before, they used to have actual gold hardware. Nowadays, not, and even the leather.
This is one of the reasons why a lot of people buy second-hand or vintage. No? Because the product made in the past was better. But I don't have the right answer. I think there is something with the company are struggling. The CEO of Prada, Andrea Guerra, said recently, we increased too much the price. And we said, yes, we agree. Now what we do?
True.
Yeah, it's an open question.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I don't know if there is, yes, here. Hello.
Hello, hi. My name is Maxime. I thank you for your panel. It's very engaging and very interesting. I have a question. So for me personally, I was thinking that luxury is something timeless. Like, for example, Hermes bag or like Rolex Daytona, when you can sell like in 10 years, it's going to be still the same value, you know, like even like more expensive. You know, you show us the kind of luxury is a more accessible lifestyle, you know, and what do you call it,
Masstige.
Masstige, yeah. So does it actually, all these layers, like lifestyle and stuff, like, is it real luxury itself? Because for me, I think it's belong to luxury brand, but is it actually luxury? Because it's very affordable and it's like more mass, you know, like.
I got the point. I mean,
thank you.
No, you are right. But I don't think that there is only an idea of luxury. And I think that even our idea of luxury changed over the time. You know? What was luxury when you was 15? Probably you want some logo brand, you want shop, not you, but in general, no? You want something. And then when you grow up, your idea of luxury change. No? Or if you are raised and born in Europe, your idea of luxury could be different if you are raised and born on Asia. So there is not just one. For you, it could be something timeless. There is like an investment. I don't know if you guys remember the advertising of Patek Philippe. In the advertising, you see a father and a son, and the payoff is luxury is something that you just keep for the next generation.
Yes,
no?
It is.
This is one idea.
But I can keep the cake for the next generation.
Lucky next generation.
I can keep an idea of having a cake in the Hermes store, but for me, it's something like I think that there's, like luxury is timeless, and that like the, for example, pret-a-porter, you know, it's kind of very seasonable, very fast. You know, it comes and goes, comes and goes. Tomorrow we're going to forget about this,
right.
You know, about this collection.
Yeah, but when you was 15, you had this idea of luxury?
I think I didn't have idea of luxury when I was 15.
Okay, when you was younger, no?
Yeah. For me, luxury was different things. Yeah, definitely.
So it changed, no?
Yeah,
so
it's
there is
changing.
not just one.
Okay, so it depends on the perspective of the every person.
Yeah,
how
I
they,
think so.
Is it something definition like for the in the industry, like luxury is something?
I think that there is a DNA of the brand, and then the brand try. No, we did the example of Hermes. They
Yeah.
try to put this DNA on each level of luxury, but they need all of them because basically what they do is build the DNA with the supreme luxury, but they can't survive just with that. No, they should sell all the other level.
So it means like they make it like kind of luxury brand, but then you like buying a lipstick, you like, oh, I am a kind of connected to this luxury, even I can afford to buy this.
Exactly, you
Just
buy
like,
that idea, and then the brand should be consistent in terms of quality. If you buy the lipstick of Hermes and it's bad, the texture is not good, no? Of course you don't buy it again. So it's important that it's consistent. But they are different level of luxury. I didn't mention here the experience. A lot of brands have restaurant, cafe, beaches. No? It's the same. No? So it's important that it's consistent.
okay. Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome. Yes, someone there. Okay.
Hello, beautiful. Thank you very much for the nice workshop. I have a question.
Sì.
You haven't mentioned something about localization versus internationalization.
You're
For
like-
example, I have a local fashion brand. I would like to turn it to a luxurious brand. Even though I don't target customers outside Kuwait, but I want to give this impact that my brand is luxurious. So from your presentation or your experience, how can I turn a local brand to a luxurious experience to the ladies here in Kuwait? So
Okay.
I want to focus on the ladies around me rather
Right.
than focusing on the international ladies.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, first of all, I talk about international brand because everybody knows them, no? But I know that there is a local touch. So what is important for you is, first of all, know your client and understand what is luxury for your client, what is in terms of product, what is in terms of experience, what is in terms of retail. And you mentioned local. I think that nowadays, I mean, it's not nowadays, in the last 20 years, to be honest, the real word is glocal, no? To be glocal. So to have an idea of the global trend, because you should know, but to be able to manage that in a local attitude. So this is luxury in that case. There are other questions? If I am over the time, tell me that I stop it. Sì.
Hi, and thank you very much for this insightful workshop. I have a question. You just mentioned that the perception of luxury keeps on changing over time, and how we perceived luxury maybe 5 years back is different from today. So I would like to know, how would Gen Zs who are more concerned about the value of everything they buy, and when I talk about value, I don't mean the money, but value in terms of things like environmental friendly brands and so on. So how would that affect the future of luxury brands in the next coming 5 years?
Okay, I tell you what I know about the Gen Z, more Europe-based than here, because I don't know very well here. So what I notice in Europe, I don't know if it is the same everywhere, is that the Gen Z, everyone knows who is Gen Z, right? Okay. Gen Z is very concerned about sustainability, but then they buy Shane. No? Okay. I mean, everyone has a lot of contradictions. So what I think is that Gen Z is really concerned about sustainability, but nowadays in Europe, they don't have a big purchasing power, and they like fashion, so they buy Shane. Not only Shane, but they do. That is not sustainable at all, no? Everyone knows. So since they grow up and they have a bigger purchasing power, probably they will become more sustainable in their choice. Now they try to balance these two elements. But this is about Europe. I don't know here, to be honest. I was relocated in Riyadh 6 months ago, so I don't know so well the Gen Z here. What do you think about it? You agree or you disagree?
I think that their beliefs are what triggers their purchase decisions. And even when we look at them as future investors in company, they look at things like ESG reports and things like that. So I think this will really shape the future of the luxury brands.
Probably.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There is other question? Yes.
You mentioned balance from masstige to supreme luxury. How is this managed? Is it price alone or is it other things? How is it managed?
You're asking me a consultancy. No, okay, I'm joking. What is important is that you keep the DNA of the brand. No? So even if I buy masstige, I buy a high-level masstige with Hermes. I don't find Hermes at the supermarket, no? It's masstige, but it's in the Hermes store on that environment. What is the risk? I don't know, guys, you're young, but you know a brand called Pierre Cardin? Okay. Pierre Cardin was the example of too much brand stretching, no? Because he did too much, literally everything. He became super rich, he invented the licensing, but he didn't weigh the pyramid in the right way. You know? Because when you stretch too much the brand, you can't be consistent anymore.
Yeah. Even Balmain is another example.
Balmain, to be honest, I don't know, because I don't know so well the brand, and now the brand is changing a bit, but yeah, for some stuff, for H&M or for some product that they did for hair, it's a bit like that. Dolce & Gabbana in the past, when they have the second line, D&G, they did a lot of brand stretching. This is the reason why they closed D&G. A lot of luxury brand, they closed the second line because they was not able to balance the two.
My question is about the sale with luxury brands versus the outlets, which is a trending shopping experience in the past, let's say...
You mean the outlet where you find...
discounted items. Like, I would say 10, 15 years ago, most of the brands would go on sale in specific seasons, except maybe Hermes and Louis Vuitton. Even Chanel, Prada, all the brands.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, almost all the premium brands stopped the sale.
Right.
You would find them 2 seasons later in outlets. Whereas other brands are still doing the seasonal sales. What is the sales game with luxury brands?
Okay. I think that is about the strategy of the brand, no? For sure, the outlet...
Why did they stop doing sale?
Okay. I tell you what I think. I am not in their strategy, but this is my perception. Some brand, they want to keep this level of super high luxury, and they don't do discount. Vuitton. No? You don't see Vuitton in sales. But you see Ferrari in sales, you can buy a Ferrari like, okay, I will buy every month like a loan. No. No? Because you want to keep this level. If you want a Ferrari, if you want Vuitton, is that. You know what is the problem? What do they do at the end of the season with the product that they don't sell? Sustainability again, no? So it's a tricky game. They don't have outlet. Vuitton, no outlet. It's a choice. No discount, no outlet. I am Vuitton. It's like that, you know? Other brand, they have outlet, and it depends, because if you manage the outlet by yourself, you can choose what you want to do. We mentioned Max Mara. Max Mara in Italy, but I think not only in Italy, has a chain called In Trend, where you can buy the product that are of the previous season, but even some product made for them, for In Trend, with the logo In Trend. So you know that it's Max Mara, but the logo is not Max Mara. So it depends how you want to manage. It's up to you. It's important that the brand is aware of the strategy. There is not the right way. It depends what is your position. Of course, if you manage the outlet, it's better because you manage the retail, but on the other side is a cost. See. Guys, tell me if I am out of time, because I don't know. I look them. See.
Hello. Thank you very much for your lecture. I'm really interested in.
Great.
And actually, the event itself has captured me. I'm not in fashion. I'm a medical doctor, but
Wow.
I'm here to get inspired. I have two questions.
Right.
One is about the outlets, because I heard that the production for outlets is different line than the real line production. So is that true? Another question is that there are really lifestyle luxury brands that had disappeared, like for example Skada.
Okay.
I don't know why they disappeared, and what is the substitute for this really nice brand? Thank
I
you.
start with the first. I don't think that there is just one answer. Some brand, they put on discount after 1 year, 6 months, 8 months, the same production, okay? Because they don't do a production for the outlet. Some other brand that found out that the outlet was a business, they did it, like Max Mara. It depends on the strategy, so it depends on the product. There is not just this or that. About lifestyle luxury, I think that what you mentioned is what we call in the fashion system like bridge brand. A bridge brand is a brand that is in between medium and high, okay? And some of these brands disappear because the market is polarizing, no? On one side you have fast fashion, and the other side you have luxury. And if you are in the middle, you struggle, because you are not affordable, has fast fashion, but you don't have that image that support the luxury. And this is the case, for example, of Skada. So to be in the middle is hard. There are brands that works very well in the middle. I think, for example, in France, there is Sandro, Mage, this brand, but probably they work in some country, not everywhere. Welcome. See. There is a girl, okay.
Hi.
Ciao.
So I have a question.
Si.
Nowadays, like brands produce a bag or a shoes that becomes very viral and that the demand on it becomes very high. Like for example, the Loro Piana Summer Walks. Like it has been mass produced to the point where Loro Piana removed it from the website. So now people demand it more, like either through retailers, personal shoppers, or even like if you wait in line or to get it. So at this point, what's luxury about it? The name, the design, or the scarcity of it?
Okay. This was my question at the beginning, you know? What is luxury about? You mentioned scarcity. Typically, luxury is about scarcity. If you do, what is a luxury for you? Like, don't know, spend all the day on the beach, let's say. If you do every day, it's not anymore a luxury, no? It is because you don't do every day. So, scarcity for sure is about supreme luxury, but it's not about masstige. So it depends. Again, for some brand, they work on scarcity for the top, like the Birkin, but not for the other level. But if you are a super niche brand and your production is tailor-made only on that, okay, it's about scarcity. But you can't become a big business, you know? Because you can't produce that. So it's about what you want. In some cases, some small brand, they can become bigger, but they don't want. Because they should change, and they don't want. It's a choice. It's not right or wrong.
Thank you.
Welcome. No? Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
First of all, I'd like to ask about like another kind of luxury brands. We're talking here like item people they can't like expose to it, like they can wear it at home, like nightgowns or lingerie. So I think it's usually people pay for the things that they can show off. And for these type of brands, it's like I find it's very hard to keep you know, the price and the quality, because like I think if you want to make it luxury, then you need to you know, make it like very exclusive. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like La Perla, for example.
Like La Perla, okay.
Yeah.
But so the question is?
The question is, like people usually to pay for like Dior or a bag or something, I can show off.
Okay.
But like people who like to buy something like nightgowns, nightwear, something you wear
I
at
got
home.
the point. Okay.
So
I
how
got the
can
point.
you, you know, keep it?
Yeah, I don't know, because sometimes, I mean, you can wear, for example, as a woman, you can wear a very normal dress, but if you wear luxurious underwear, you feel better, no?
I mean,
so it's about
La Perla.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean, La Perla, they have recently, like, you know, they closed.
Yeah, the La Perla is not the right example.
Exactly,
I agree. I agree.
but it is a luxury brand.
Yeah, but I think that for La Perla, the problem was another one. Then if you want, we do a talk about La Perla, but yeah. But I understand what I mean. But even if, I don't know, guys, COVID, no? We stay at home like 2 years. And the beginning was like, okay, pajamas, no? And then you said, okay, but I want to wear nice pajamas. No? It's not
For
that
example, we're talking silk, custom made.
yeah, you want, even if it's not about show off, it's about yourself. No? You want to feel good, you want to feel comfortable and, let's say, sexy or nice. So, yeah, that's true about the show off, but I don't think that the luxury is only about the show off. This is a part. I mean, my opinion, then is different, the point of view.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. We should stop it. Okay, thank you. We have, I stopped talking, but we have a guest, that is Simone, that is waiting like half an hour. He's a previous student of Marangoni, okay, and we will talk a bit about his experience in the school, but more than his experience in the school, eccolo, his activity. Thank you. Sorry, we use a lot of time.
Now.
Wait. Please, I sit with you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Finally,
My
we meet
friendly.
here.
Nice to see you.
Nice
Sorry.
to meet you.
Where do you want to sit?
It's the same. Sit down. Okay, first of all, what you do, what is your role, what is your career, how everything starts, and what is the role of Marangoni in your life?
Some big questions.
Long story short.
Let's start with my role here,
Right.
I guess. I'm part of a London-based agency called We Are Moso, which is a creative agency managing talent from all over the globe. And beyond getting them into stores and retail environments, we also help them with development, branding. We have a great ecosystem of stylists, photographers, and so on and so forth. So that's how we work with talent. And we have worked closely with Zainab and Asma on shortlisting the talent for this event, which has been super exciting.
I saw amazing product, by the way.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and so that's what we've been doing here. And we're also running a tight accreditation program, bringing some people over from Europe to see the talent here. And yeah, so that's
how it started, your career. You studied in London, right?
Yeah. Actually I started in Paris.
Okay.
So I did my first year at Istituto Marangoni in Paris. Decided that Paris wasn't for me. So I decided to relocate to London, where I finished my studies in 2012. And
yesterday.
Yeah, I started very young. And then started my career working in the wholesale department of Peter Pilotto,
okay.
which was a a great London-based brand that unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. And ever since, I've been in the same type of role, working for brands such as Pietro Pelotto, Juliva Heritage, Yankee, a number of brands, more emerging talent, more so than established. I've always found it really interesting to work with younger brands. I feel like, yeah, that's suited my...
And after this, you opened your company, or there was another experience?
No, there was quite a few experiences on the back of that. I eventually went freelance and consulted for a number of brands, and then in 2020, just around COVID, was when, yeah, it's a COVID baby, our business, was when we decided to launch the business. And it was very organic. There was no master plan of any sort. We had friends wanting support and advice with their brands, and one of them particularly kind of took off. And at some point we realized that, okay, we probably have something to build on here. So that was 2020. 2022 was when we launched in a real way. And ever since, it's, yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
I have a question. What is the difference between run your own company and work for a big brand or a small brand, but anyway, it's part of a company?
Running your own business compared to working for a corporate establishment.
Yeah, it could be a corporate or a startup, but anyway...
You mean for people?
Yeah.
I think it's two different people. Working for a startup means that you need to be prepared to, you need to be flexible, you need to be agile, you need to be prepared to do more than just one thing, which is amazing if you want to have a more diversified experience. Whilst working for something more established corporation, one of the big power brands or one of the big groups, means that you're probably going to be honing in on one specific department or skill, which also is amazing. It suits different people. It was never for me.
Right. Okay.
I've always worked in smaller businesses. You know, I'm good at a lot of things, but not necessarily great on one thing. So yeah.
Let's do a bit of advertising for Marangoni now. Let's be honest. What you learned that in that 3 years that then was important for you when you start working? Don't do advertising, and be honest. No. I want to think about my answer here. What can you ask me the question again, please? During the 3 years at Marangoni, now one in Paris and two in London, what you learned that then you understood, okay, this is something important for me now that I am working. Could be hard skill, soft skill, relation with the company.
I think it was the networking aspect, which was particularly true for me then, but also now. You're not going to love me saying this, but I by no means was a star student. But I was good with people, you know, and I utilized what was available to me at Marangoni, which was my, at the time, placement manager. And I kind of had to beg and plead with her, and I was like, trust me, I know I don't have the best grades, but I will do an amazing job if you put me in a good place. And she did, and I delivered, and so yeah.
So you was able to build a connection, a network that was very useful for you.
I knew where I need to focus my efforts at Marangoni. I mean, I had some amazing classmates that were delivering such amazing projects, and I think they have amazing careers today, and there were parts of my education that I loved, and there were parts that I didn't like, you know, like with anyone else. But where I needed to focus was to establish relationships with the people that I was studying with, but also that worked there, you know. And I think what's amazing with Marangoni is that a lot of the people tutoring and lecturing are people that are still active in the industry. And that's invaluable, I think, with Marangoni.
Thank you so much. I think that we are out of the time.
Of course.
So thank you so much, everyone. It was a pleasure to stay with you. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna.
And bye. Thank you.